Good evening, everyone. Ladies, I miss
Good
the smiling
evening.
faces. How's it going?
Hey,
Hey, how's everybody?
Doing
how's
well,
everybody?
Wendy. Thank you.
Good, good, good. Uh-oh. It says
Are you
my
there?
uh-oh.
What
Uh-oh.
happened?
Uh-oh.
We're having some technical difficulties. All right, Wendy.
But we want to like, we want to share, we want to ring that bell, we want to make a comment. It's important. We want to know what you are thinking, what you are hearing, what you are feeling. Comment us. All right. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Most important, subscribe.
Yes, we are trying to build up our following. And you know what? We've lost Wendy, but she'll be right back. We will
We'll be right back.
invite her back in. But yes, guys, we are trying to build up our following. So come on. We see that you're watching our videos. And you know what? Tell us some of the things that you would like us to talk about because we're open. It's all about finding the silver lining as you mature. But you know what? We're all women and we're in this together. So there's a lot of different things that we can talk about
Exactly.
at any age level.
Talk your experiences, let us know what's going on. We tell you ours, tell us yours.
And hey guys, Sunday 7:30, we are going to be live. This will be our first live. So please make sure you join us. Please, please, please. Well, you know what? While we wait for Wendy to come back on, we've already talked about, swingers and, you guys really, really did watch that video. So, and we
sure did.
Because there must be a lot of swingers out there. Not me, I'm not swinging, not yet anyway.
I'm swinging from a swing, but not swinging from a swinger.
Exactly. But you know what? You know what's interesting, Vaughn? Polyamorous relationships.
Now, I didn't understand that when I heard that word. I've never heard that word before.
Because we're so used to hearing polygamy,
Yes.
And polygamy is being married to more than one person at a time.
Exactly.
I'm going to see if I can find Wendy real quick before we get into
yes, please.
Get into the conversation, because the interesting part about that is what they said about older women in polyamorous relationships. So, hey, give me 1 second. Let's see what's going on with Wendy. Hopefully, we can get her back on with us. Give me a second, guys.
Wendy hit a button.
Something happened. I'm not sure, but we want her back.
Wendy, come back.
We are a trio. So give me a minute. Sorry, we don't want too much silence here.
No, definitely not silence. Again, we want you to subscribe. We want you to comment. We want you to enjoy and listen and focus on our show. Yes. Because we give you information when we want you to give us information. So reply.
All right, so Wendy, she will be back on in a few minutes. Well, let's get started anyway. As while we wait for her. So Bonnie, what I found interesting, and these were some statistics that I took directly from the internet. One thing I did read, it said that older women often gravitate to polyamorous relationships because they know they're getting older and believe anyone will want and do not believe anyone will want them. So being in a triad is comfortable. So first of all, let me just really quick say that a polyamorous relationships, it is a tongue twister word, is a relationship that is comprised of numerous amounts of people, females, males, and they all live together. Not polygamy. They're not, it could be two couples living with two other couples and sharing and, romance, finance, a little bit of everything. So in a triad is a 3-person relationship. And they also have something called a trople, specifically refers to all partners being romantically or sexually involved with each other. So you could have a polyamorous relationship where it's all about finances, or you can have a polyamorous relationship where it's about romance and finances. What do you think about that?
Well, let me tell you, first of all, I never heard of that before, and I didn't understand that one of them wasn't considered roommates. I don't understand why it would be a different title than roommates, because roommates get together, they share the finances, and they're friends. Okay. Now, the other group, never heard about it in all my life, and I am an older woman, and it sparked me to think, would I want this? No.
Well, wait a second. What about, okay, so listen to this. Let me just read this.
Yes.
It says that that some people want to have more than one partner because they love everything they're getting in their relationship, but would like more of it. For example, they may want more time, more attention, more romance, more affection, or more sex than they receive from their partner. And they seek to satisfy that need with an additional partner. Others are happy with their relationship, but there's some key resources missing. They also have a desire to share household expenses. So you can have
I don't know.
everything, but that sounds like you're just greedy to me. It says
Yeah,
you can have a lot of it, you know.
I can't get it that you're living together and everybody's sharing all of this. Okay, you're sharing the love, you're sharing the responsibilities, you're sharing everything. I don't know on a scale of African Americans. Okay, and I'm gonna put it to that point. Hey Wendy, she's coming in.
Wendy's coming back.
She's coming back. I'm not sure.
Welcome back. Excuse me, Vaughn. Welcome back, Wendy.
Can't hear you. Mic's off.
Oh, your mic's off.
I'm gonna teach her sign language. Wendy, we can't hear you. No.
I think she's looking for it to turn it back up, to turn it on.
I hope so. But I don't believe in the statistics that in the African American society that we go along with that kind of statistic. I don't believe it, because sharing is not something that we always do openly. Okay.
Right.
Where we're, maybe you can get 3 of us, 2 of each, 2 of one, whatever, maybe. But when you're starting to talk about 4 and 5 people living together, sharing relationships, I don't know. First of all, I don't know how sanitary that is in the world that we live in right now. I don't know if I'm gonna believe you that you are.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy. Glad you're back. Glad you're back. We started the conversation without you.
So Wendy, we started talking about polyamorous relationships while you were coming back, and Vonnie was just detailing how she feels about a polyamorous relationship. Because I read a little bit of what, and let me just repeat this real quick, Vonnie. Do you mind? Some people want to have people in polyamorous relationships, and I took this directly from the internet. Some people want to have more than one partner because they love everything they're getting in their relationship, but they want more. Greedy. For example, they want more time, more attention, more romance, more affection, or more sex than they receive from their partner, and seek to satisfy that need with an additional partner. Others are happy with their relationship, but there's some key resource missing. They also have a desire to share household expenses. So Vonnie was breaking down her feelings about that type of relationship, whether or not she could engage in something like that, as well as if the African American community as a whole was heavily involved in that kind of thing. So go ahead.
So my answer is no, I couldn't deal with a relationship like that. I can deal with a relationship called, what did I say it was? What, 3 people live together and they sharing their expenses and everything.
That's a triad. That's a triad.
That's a triad, but what would we call it? Roommates. Okay. I could deal with roommates. Okay. You got a 4-bedroom apartment or a home and you're struggling with bills and you got some people coming in and there's no sex involved. Okay. I'm happy with that. But that's called what now?
Polyamorous, but there could be sex involved with polyamorous relationships.
Yeah, no sex involved.
I think that's just roommates.
Yeah, that's just
That's what I
roommates.
call it. I call it roommates. They, today, 2023, they've given it a different name
Yes.
than room.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not going for that. Okay.
Well,
going for
I've seen some couples, and this is mostly what I've seen is mostly same-sex couples. They live together that way, but not with sex, though. They live together as wife and wife, as you might say, but now there is no sex. But they consider each other. There's a romantic relationship, let me say. But we're going all off topic. I'm sorry.
no.
Actually, you're not. Actually, you're not, because that's part of it. It can be asexual, it can be sexual,
Mhm.
it can just be financial.
Yeah.
And one other thing that I read, Wendy, it said older women often gravitate to poly relationships because they know they're getting older and believe no one will want them as they get older, so they become comfortable with triad or roommate relationships, as Bonnie, as we remember from the past. But triad relationships today can involve sex as well, because that's part of what a polyamorous relationship is. But guys, listen to this real quick. So listen, there's about 300 million Americans, right? And if you take out, let's take out 100 million, and those are adolescents and children that couldn't be involved in a polyamorous relationship. So it says 4 to 5% of the population practices polyamory. So if 4 to 5% practice polyamory, we say we have 300 million people in the US, take out 100 million for kids. 4 to 5% of that is 8 million people of 200 million. Is approximately 8 million. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of people. It says 1 out of 6 people want to engage in a polyamory relationship at some point. I don't
Statistics as you do this time.
what did you say, Wendy?
I have the same statistics that you do.
Oh, okay.
I have a
So
question.
that means you're right. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I have a question.
What's that one?
How do you go about getting this type of relationship? I mean, do you put it in a newspaper? Is it online? How is it on
all of those things
You put the pineapple outside.
And you turn it upside down and you cut it. I remember that one.
No, not the pineapple. That was the other one. But all of those things that you said, Bonnie, actually, somebody brought it up to me and asked me what I thought about it, right? And I just started to kind of think, and it sounds like it's far-fetched, right, Bonnie?
Right.
It's not.
Oh.
It's as old as, dare I say the Bible?
Yeah, give me as old as.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I picked up 7 things about polyamorous relationships, that little known things about polyamorous relationships. And that one that you spoke to, Bonnie, polyamory is not a new trend. It's not. It's just a new word. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
It has been practiced in many indigenous populations and can be found in different spiritual texts.
Okay.
Wow.
She said, "Clutch your pearls."
Clutch your pearls. Oh
I believe that I believe that there's a lot of that going, especially, and I wasn't surprised when I read that older people, because think about it. If you're older and you're on Social Security, I mean, think about it. If you living together in a group of, however, it's a triad or triple or whatever, I mean, you share in the expenses and you may share in some other things as well. You can have a very enjoyable life if that's what you want.
Do you think it starts out as roommates and then becomes that poly?
No.
Whatever?
I don't. I think that that's what people are looking for, and like you were saying,
people are strongly committed to that type.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for other individuals that are like-minded, and that's what the goal is.
Now, I don't know. I can't say that I know anybody personally, but I feel like in my hometown, there may be
a few.
Well, there's and this is, you know what, I think it's more accepted if it's a man with multiple.
Right,
But
exactly.
when a
Yeah.
woman has it, you know, that's scandalous.
Oh, wait, listen to this guy. Let me ask you this. So do you think, okay, we know that it's more prevalent for a man to have two women, but do you think two men would be two men that are straight would be accepting would accept
That's what I'm talking about.
having one woman?
I suspect. Yes, I know a lady that, yes.
Has two men?
Her ex-husband, which he still kind of is very helpful, you know, around. And he seems to be okay with the boyfriend being also.
But now, okay, so that's odd, guys, because if you've got two straight men, it just seems like to me that they wouldn't go for something like that. But you're saying that you know of a situation that could possibly be, but I just find that very interesting.
I think it's a relationship. Now they don't live together. It's not the, you know,
they don't live together?
No.
Oh, okay.
But what about our first Black Miss America? What's her name? Because I can't think of it.
Vanessa? What?
Vanessa.
Okay.
And she was married to
Rick Fox. And then she was married to someone else before then.
Okay. She had Rick Fox still living in her house when she got married to her second husband. Okay. Rick Fox was her first husband. He was living in the basement, and she married another man because she said it. And she was married to another man. So there were two men and her who had relations with her before, living in the same house that she owned. Okay.
But was she having relations with them now?
Can't say what was going on because she didn't say that. But she said it, and no joke, she actually had a third husband who lived there also. So she had three men living in the same house with her.
I hope they were paying all the bills.
How do I not know this?
I hope so too, but I'm just saying, like Wendy's saying, it does happen.
It does happen.
No, I believe
it. Personally, I don't know no men that
But go for that. That's
right. That's what I'm saying.
But you know what though? I never knew that about Vanessa Williams. That is very interesting. But I have to say, this woman that I'm referring to is a very attractive woman. Not that has anything to do with it, but she's one of them ones who can kind of, how can I say it? She's stolen a few women's husbands. Let me say that.
Okay, so she's that girl. She's that woman.
She's that one.
I believe if you have open-minded men, okay? Yeah. If you have open-minded men, you can do that. Okay. I know a few. I probably could. I ain't gonna lie. I probably could pull this off. But I'm not saying there's any sex going on. I'm saying I absolutely could with open-minded men share my household with. Okay. What comes afterward does come afterwards. I don't know if they go into it as this is going to be what it is. Okay, that's basically what I'm saying.
So you be engaging you be romantic with both men, Bonnie?
No, I'm saying I don't know if
I can see where it could happen. Just
right,
it could happen, yeah,
right.
But I think that it's more intentional.
And right, exactly. I'm not saying that it would happen that there would be sexual relationships with two of the men or even one of the men. I'm just saying if you have two men who are your best friends, but you have been involved with them. Okay, I'm just saying
at some point
you have been involved with them sexually, and one may be hard on their luck, but they stay with you and they kind of help you out, and then you're in a relationship with somebody else and they move into you, but they have an open mind. I'm not saying that it will not happen. I'm not saying it's intentional to happen, but open-minded men could live and share the same space with a woman they both have been with. Whatever happens in the end, that's whatever happens.
Yeah, I guess it could happen, but I don't know, because I just would think that they both would be thinking, okay, what are they doing when I'm not here, or
open-minded men. Not
Okay,
open-minded men.
but you know
I
what?
guess not. Go ahead, Wendy.
Now we're getting into the pitfalls, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We're getting into the pitfalls.
I was like, okay, so what are some of the pitfalls?
I mean, the obvious one is jealousy, right?
Right, exactly.
I know I'm too jealous,
Yeah,
but that's one of them. And Bonnie mentioned earlier about, I think she mentioned about STDs or, I mean,
yes.
yeah. So
Cleanliness.
that would be a concern for sure. But then the emotional attachments that may develop if you, let's say you're in a committed relationship, because some of these relationships are committed.
No, they were actually, I read, Wendy, that in some cases you have two partners that are committed to each other individually, but are willing to live in a polyamorous relationship and be intimate with the other person's person.
The other person, but they're not committed to that person.
Exactly, but they're committed to the other person.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you can see how that, what if that changes or shifts around, or,
right.
everybody's not being real honest anymore about what's happening. So there are rules apparently and parameters to this thing. It's interesting.
You have to follow them. I wonder how many people really follow all those rules and parameters. You know what I mean?
Well, they say that they do. They do have parameters and rules. So deal breakers, let's say.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I think it's a real interesting, topic, because when I first read it, I had to look up. I said, well, what's the difference between polyamorous and polygamy? Tongue twister words. Yes, exactly. Married, a man preferably having more than one or two wives. But yeah, I think that I could do, like Bonnie was saying, the roommate. I could do a polyamorous relationship and with two other people that are committed to each other, and I'm committed to my person, and we're just doing it to share the bills. If we could have like a duplex or something like that, or have a house or whatever that had two floors, they're on one and we're on the other, you know what I mean? But we may have dinner together, breakfast together, we do lots of things together, but we have our own committed relationship. So if I was in a position where I needed to be financially supported, need a stronger financial support, I think I could do that.
Well, you better make sure the man ain't looking at you like that.
Or my man's not looking at the other woman like that.
Exactly.
I mean, it goes on. I mean,
like when you said that's a pitfall.
Because stuff changes.
Yeah, that would be a pitfall.
And polyamorous is different from the open relationships, right? But they say 92% of open relationships fail. So
they fail.
Open relationships.
You mean so Wendy, wait a second. Right? You said they fail. They fail, meaning the two people that were together that decided to have the open relationship end up not being together?
Yes.
Oh, but do they end up being with one of the other persons?
Well, I don't know about that now.
But are they paying bills? Are they paying bills?
Well, I'm talking
open relationships.
I'm thinking like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett were having an open relationship. So they're rich, they got it going on. They bring somebody else in the house. Is that person paying bills?
But you know what? But Bonnie, you don't necessarily see. It doesn't necessarily have to be bringing someone else in the house. You can allow each other to go outside of the home to have relationships with others as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's the rules. It's whatever your rules are.
Exactly. So,
gotcha.
So if you're bringing someone into the house, 9 times out of 10, they're not staying. They're just coming and hanging out and doing whatever with you and your whatever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is this? This world is so conflicted. I'm serious. Between polyamorous, open, polygamy. I mean, all I want is one man. Just one for myself. That's all I want.
And help pay the bill.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I get it. But some people are happy in these relationships. So, you know, that's silver lining, I guess.
And that's a silver lining, exactly.
All right now.
You
That's
know,
looking
and
for the
if you're
silver.
out there and you're in a polyamorous relationship, let us know how it's going. Let us know the challenges that you face. And, you know, like, subscribe, and share this video.
Exactly.
Yes.
But you know,
And
also
comment.
let us know what some of your downfalls are. You know, because
Yeah.
you can have some downfalls and pitfalls and stay in the relationship and kind of work through those things. So, you know, let us know. I mean, there's apparently a lot of people out there in these kinds of relationships. So don't pretend like you're not. Just let us know, okay?
Be loud and proud about it. I mean, it's nothing to be ashamed of. So just let us know. You know, we
All we
want
need
to
to
know.
be is educated. Educate.
Exactly.
And we
Educate.
want to educate other people, other women and men out there who
Yes.
might be watching.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ladies, well, this has been really
Interesting.
very interesting. To say the least, it's been very interesting.
A learning experience.
For sure. Yeah, because I mean, the statistics are really kind of, you know, they're pretty strong considering, you know, the amount of people that we have of age to be in these types of relationships. So now we're going to start walking around looking at people saying, if we see two couples and they're looking kind of close, are they in a polyamorous relationship?
I ain't doing nothing. I'm running to a bulletin board and I'm going to post something to help me.
You can say,
help me. Let me see where this goes. Okay.
Hey guys out there,
don't go to Black Pages or anything, man.
I know, right? I know, right? Hey, Wendy, let's remind them next Sunday, we are going live. So please join us at 7:30. It's going to be our first live. You know, we're going to do our best to bring it on, but it will be our first live Sunday, the 19th at 7:30. Please come and join us Sunday, the 19th at 7:30. We will be going live.
Come with your questions. Come with your, you know, enthusiasm. That's what we want. We want you to comment. We want you to receive what we're telling you and give us some input.
Yeah. Yes, that would be great. That would be awesome. If we get some interaction, that'd be amazing. I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will.
Because we're going to have a saucy topic. So I'm sure we will as well. Well, listen, ladies, don't go anywhere. But hey, everybody out there, remember what Bonnie and Wendy said: like, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment, please. And we'll see you all next week. Ladies, hold on one second. We will be right back together.